Good morning, beautiful people. I hope this video finds you well. It has been an incredible 2 weeks for me. I visited a few great places, and I think it's time for some videos. The title of this video is named "Why Is It So Hard?" And I want to start the video by telling you a story. When I was a police officer, I would respond to people's homes for all types of problems, and you get a chance to walk through these people's houses. Now, there were a lot of nice homes, but there were a majority of them, as soon as you walk in through the front door, your feet start sticking to the carpet. There's dirty clothes everywhere. There's old food on the kitchen counter. There's sometimes ants crawling all over the place, and sometimes roaches, and you then you contact the people that live there, and they're living like animals. Some of you guys are like, okay, Brian, what's this all about? So anyway, the main point of this story is that when I was a police officer and we'd respond to these people's houses, you get to see how they live. You get to see how unorganized their lives are, and this is a visual thing, like where you basically get to see it firsthand, right? You know how this goes. Sometimes that there's somebody coming over to the house, and maybe there's a cousin you haven't seen in a while, or uncle, or your family's coming over, and you got to hurry up. You got to hurry up and clean the house, and start a couple loads of laundry and wipe things down, throw old food away, maybe spray some Febreze, etc., etc. And I'll tell you in a minute how this thing connects to my video, Why Is It So Hard? And so, so just pay attention, don't disconnect yet. Anyway, so these people's lives are unorganized. And I told you earlier in the video that the majority of the homes that we respond to, they are unorganized, right? There's dirty laundry everywhere. There's, the clean laundry hasn't been folded. There's hardly any good food in the fridge. There's old food on the counter. And it's dirty. The house is dirty, unkept. And so, of course, the police are coming over. There's no time to spray Febreze. There's no time to clean anything. It's like there's a knock at the door and there's a police officer there to greet you. And so pause that story for a second, just hold on to it for a minute, and I'm going to connect it to the title of this video, Why Is It So Hard? So let's talk about you as a person, as an individual. Let's talk about your goals, let's talk about your life, right? The question is, are you organized, right? Are you doing the little things that you're supposed to be doing? Throwing away garbage, washing your dirty clothes, folding your clean clothes, putting them away, keeping your house, in good living conditions, right? Getting rid of the bad smells, taking out the garbage, that kind of stuff. Are you doing it? Because I gotta tell you, as a college professor and former police officer, but now as a college professor, I see that a lot of people are not organized, right? I see a lot of people unorganized. They want to be organized, they want to accomplish goals, they want to get things done, but they're just unorganized. They're lacking the focus, the discipline that is needed to get closer to those goals. A few years ago, I went for a background investigation interview with Santa Cruz PD, and the heavy-set older background investigator greeted me, and we started talking, and within a few minutes into the conversation, he asked me, did you drive here? I said yes. Did you park near the police department? I said yes. He goes, what did you drive here? I said, my pickup truck. He goes, you know what, let's go look at your truck. And so a certain amount of panic, I was 21 at the time, certain amount of panic set in. I was like, man, did I clean my truck? Did I throw away the garbage? And luckily, the day before, I had thrown away some wrappers that were flying around the ground, old water bottles. And when we went down there, we looked through my truck, my pickup truck, and the guy was impressed. He says, I gotta tell you, your truck is impressive. You know, it's obvious that you take care of it. It's clean. There's no trash in your truck, and you know, it appears that you're keeping it. That it's in kept condition. And he says, you'd be surprised at the people's cars that I look at. They're full of trash. They're dirty. The windows are so dirty you can't even see through. All kinds of fingerprints. You know, if I was to check your gas tank right now, you probably have a half a tank. Most people live on only maybe a quarter of a tank, or the tank is just barely empty, or the gas light's on. So anyway, I learned from that experience, and little by little in my life, I've learned to be disciplined in terms of the goals, the projects that I'm working on, what I want to achieve in my life. And so this video is for you, right? What kind of discipline exists in your life? And are the activities that you're doing every day getting you closer to your life goals, or keeping you where, you know, you've always been, in an unkept life, disorganized life, not really sure what you want to do with your life, you know, all this other stuff. It's hard to focus in a dirty house. I've had students who said that their house is so dirty they have to leave the house and go to a Starbucks to feel like they're clean. Even though they've taken a shower, even though they have clean clothes, they're still in a dirty house. You know, their parents, their siblings, their relatives, whoever they're living with. And so you think about the title of this video. Why is it so hard? Why is life so hard? You need to be more focused. Instead of saying, why is life so hard? You need to be focused on saying, why can't I get more disciplined? Why can't I follow a routine that is going to make me successful, that is going to get me closer to my dreams? Why? And the answer is because you're in a comfortable setting. It's hard, it's uncomfortable to make life-changing decisions, right? You should be doing laundry during the week when you're working, you know, before you leave, start a load, get home, switch the load. You know, you're home, fold your laundry. On your days off, relax, go do something fun. Plan your meals, right? Brush your teeth before going to bed. Brush your teeth and gargle when you get out of bed. Put on fresh clothes. Maintain your health, right? Eat healthy. Again, rather than asking, why is it so hard, you need to put more focus on you. I talk to students all the time about their career ambitions, about their career goals. I've had a lot of Zoom meetings over the past couple of weeks with students, and some of them, I look into their faces as I ask the question, how bad do you want a career in law enforcement? How bad do you want this? How bad do you want it? And then I look at their faces, because, you know, the cameras are on. It's hard to fake, you know, facial expressions, right? And unfortunately, with these people, when I ask the question, how bad do you want it? I don't see it. I don't see the discipline. I don't see the desire. I don't see the ambition. I don't see the focus that is needed to get you closer to that career, right? People will look into your life to see if you're organized. You want to get into a law enforcement position. You want to get into working for the government. Whatever position is, a company, right? The way you live at home is the way you're going to operate at work. If you're unorganized at home, you're going to be an unorganized employee. And so what to do, right? And stop thinking, oh my gosh, he's driving, oh my gosh. Like, that's not the focus right now. Pay attention. I'm giving you some life advice. What to do is that you need to get more organized. You need to start thinking about what goals do you have in the next 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, right? Some of you are comfortable working part-time jobs. I keep telling you, part-time jobs are just that, part-time, without benefits. You're like a slave to that system. You have no job security. You have no benefits. If you get sick and you have to go to the hospital and you don't have medical coverage, you're going to incur a multi-$1,000 bill that you're going to be paying for the next 10 years, right? And that results in choices. You've made a choice to stay working part-time. You could have disciplined You know, your habits, your daily habits. You could have cleaned your house more. You could have started focusing more on yourself than you do at this part-time job, and you could have got closer to those goals. Right now, companies are hiring like crazy. This is a prime time for you. Companies are hiring like crazy. A lot of them want you to have a couple of college courses, a few college courses, some college courses, a college degree, right? But some of you are just so easily dissuaded. You're discouraged. You know, you get told no one time, you're just totally bummed. Oh my gosh, I was turned down. And you spend more time talking about why you got turned down rather than focusing how you can apply for the next agency. 409 or 419 agencies, or 500, I've lost count. And you've applied to 1 or 2 or 3 and you're bummed because you've been turned down. That's how life is. Life is about getting a lot of no's before you say you get a yes. If you're a salesman, you know this philosophy, right? You know that if you get enough no's, eventually the yes will come and they'll buy your product, right? The same thing applies to life. So anyway, I hope you learned from these little stories that I share with you, from this life advice that I share you. You need to bring some discipline into your life. You need to find a routine, right? I'm gonna switch this so that you can see me better. You need to find a routine that is going to make you a successful person. You need to follow that routine every morning. You know, successful people wake up early. Successful people go to bed so they get a good night's sleep. They don't get drunk every other day. They're not smoking marijuana when they have not even started their career. They haven't finished their goals. They're not doing drugs to block their feelings, right? They're not destroying relationships because they can't even talk, right? They'd rather text. You know what I'm talking about, all of these things, right? Listen, I love you guys, and that's why I make these videos. If just one of you listen to my advice, just one, and put a routine into your life that is going to make you successful, just one of you, and I know there's going to be many of you over the years that are going to listen to this video and going to say, I think he's right. I'm going to start a routine. I'm going to start waking up early. I'm going to gargle, kill those germs in my mouth. I'm going to brush. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm going to take a shower, put on fresh clothes. I'm going to start working on my goals early. While others sleep, I'm going to work on my goals. And by the way, all of these tips I gave you are the ones that I followed to become as successful as I have. Find successful people and mirror their habits, okay? If you surround yourself with average people, you become the average of the 5 people you hang out with. And if you're the smartest of that group, I'm going to keep repeating it until I pass someday, it's not a good thing if you're the smartest person in your group, because then you have to lower your standards for their average of others, right? Average is not good. You need to aim for great. You are great. You have greatness inside of you, but you have to let that out. And how do you let that out? Through discipline, right? Through the discipline I mentioned in this video. Find some mentors, right? Or a mentor. Find a successful person and follow them. Stop wasting your time on things, watching things that are not productive, right? Measure your day. Like, find out what activities you're putting your effort into every day, every minute, every hour. Yes, you have to spend 8 hours at work, and you have to maybe sleep 8 hours. I sleep 6, but anyway, what do you do with the other 8? Maybe even if you just eat for 3, you still have 5 hours of free time, and hopefully you're spending those 5 hours in a worthwhile thing, like working on your career, getting a certificate, getting a college degree, getting the right training, getting in shape, eating healthy, right? Pushing away toxic relationships, by the way. Toxic relationships. Hanging out with negative people is never a good thing, right? Hang out with losers, you mirror their activity, right? Their activities. You become one of them and even worse than them. So anyway, I'm gonna pause. It's one of my longest videos, but please play this over and over and listen to what I'm trying to tell you. I care about you guys. I know for a fact that if you change your life 1% a day, you will improve 100% in 100 days. I want you to think about this. All right, thank you for listening. Please take good care of yourself. wear your mask. The cases are going up again, so you have to wear your mask, wash your hands often, stay away from sick people, and keep yourself healthy. Things will get better, okay? But in the meantime, you need to work on yourself. You need to find that discipline to become what you desire and are intended to become. Thank you for listening, and take good care.